and it's just like, wow, they use Katrisho today. By youth, Katrisho today. For me, I'm so demoralized. Like, it's a blow. It's a big blow because after all he was saying, and then for him to turn around, it's a blow, guys. It's a big blow. Hey, hi, Nick. Welcome. Long time.
Hi. How are you?
Good. Katwishi Mamulishanuko.
Mama, and I'm happy to be here. My voice has come back. I had a nasty flu.
We thank
I
God.
had no voice whatsoever.
Oh my
so
God.
I'm happy to be back on the program, on the show.
Okay, all right.
Yeah.
That's great news.
How have you been?
I've been okay. You know, we are here just trying to keep afloat all the disappointing news, blow after blow, you know?
Muzambia namo.
It's blow after blow, mama.
Ala kukosa Muzambia kukosa, you know. So viewers, listeners, good evening. Nice to have you back on this program. As usual, hey, Muzambia mwali wa comedy. So mulibwanji, mulishani, mutozichwani, mudingai, muzuire chwani, mwalibi yabuti, Zambia, mwalibi yabuti, mwalibi ya.
Twalibia.
Aha. Good, Mama Pumulo. So, Zambia. This has turned to comedy in Zambia. Can't you start asking yourselves, however you PND, how many people are they going to buy?
Instead baletola isha abantu bashite batu bonse baturishe mu fyetu ba mama balanda.
And then the same people who defect even have the audacity to say, the day you understand leadership, then you will appreciate politics. Meanwhile, let's keep the respect. Let's keep mutual respect.
Where is the respect about being a traitor? How can a traitor be respected?
Politics of the stomach, long gone, are long gone. Who does not understand leadership? We have all served in leadership positions. We have all served on leadership positions, and we can never be sacrificed. Never. You know, freedom fighters, veterans can never be sacrificed. Then who will speak for the masses? Who will speak for the marginalized? Who will speak for the oppressed? If we all bend the knee. If we all bend the knee. And so if we are not ready to lose our morals, our ethics, our values. Usually hunger makes you do this. You know, in most countries around the world, men are very weak leaders, extremely weak leaders. It's about politics of the belly. They are belly face. That's why God was so clever. He made sure that men can never carry a pregnancy 9 months. Because they would have all just been dropping dead one by one.
Abortion, mama.
They can't. Women power. So imwenga bambo kulamishta defecting sala. It's a real shame. Then you have no power, prone to corruption. That's why you see most male leaders are corrupt. To borrow a term of the former MP for Kabushi, Bowman Lusambo, they are collapsed. Most of these men are collapsed. But Jacob Lungu, nice to have you on the program. Good evening, good evening. Thank you for joining. Most men do not have what it takes to keep values. They don't have what it takes to keep values. All they want is to satisfy their bellies. And so, Mama Pumulo, you said to me, check on what bend the knee is. And bend the knee is exactly that. Submission, bowing, kneel down. You see, usually beggars, they grovel on their knees when they are begging for something. Same with male politicians. Most male politicians, who stand up and fight for a good cause. They would usually start well, but along the way, they want to be submissive and yield to authority, to power, to control, and they are usually brought down on their knees. Dango ka carrot.
Traitors of mutual respect.
Imagine, as if we didn't respect each other.
Traitor? You are a traitor, period.
You only bow down to only one master that can save you, and that is God. That's the only master you bow down to. Not to Jerusalem and bow down to a stone. Nah, icon, man. Huh? With money, people with no morals are the ones that bend their knees. When they lose hope, when they lose values, when they are hungry and there is no one to save them. Kanshi most men vengira ma politics because kalilo. Bafwa kan chekeleko. Most of these men who go into politics, it is a shame. Zambians, wake up. I think this time, let's identify a lady that will give us salvation. It is very, very important. Because if we do not have freedom fighters, who is going to talk to the marginalized, to the oppressed? Who's going to talk on their behalf? By UPND now, how many people are you going to buy? Ukona tufuati na bafadha bwala na ora bayamkuli amalushi yabo.
Yes, bend the knee.
You go back and you eat your vomit. Shame on you. Do you know what vomit tastes like? I can never even go back and eat my own vomit in there. I can't. And that's what I've said. This time of social media, the evidence is there. That you go back and eat your vomit. Awena zambe wala kupost rafeka video na mpwa. Kanshinga bamipera kuveka carrot. Kwa. I mean, we used to talk here about leaders with no morals. Huh? But Vice President, parliament. Are you involved in this mine? Bababaika. Nalelo bachiri bababaika. Huh? You are ignored in a cabinet that you sit in, but you can never make decisions. Even as a mother of the nation, teti utepelesheko kateka obe atawe mkwai teifyo umfweni muri chipo mzambia abantu balelira and then vaisa mizembaika naka fake dollar rate ka 19 kwacha at Bali wakuleka fye we mwandi katuishi noko vaile mukukongole ndarama eyo to stabilize the kwacha. That is a fake impression. Go into the supermarkets tomorrow. Kanshingai ili 19 kwacha to $1. We want by midnight, if you have managed to bring that kwacha to 19 kwacha, by midnight, fuel needs to come down. Refund the Zambian people the electricity bills that they have been paying. They inflated the electricity bills. Minibus fares should come down by midnight today. Because what you are doing is just lying to the people. Essentially, that's all you are doing. Let us see if we go in the supermarkets tomorrow, if prices will automatically come down. The answer is no, they will not come down. Because even when they were importing those things to put in the supermarkets, they did that at a higher rate. So you expect them to bring the prices down to the way you have also gone katushuko mwaile mukwashibe in 50.3 million kwisa Zembaika vena Zambia, as if they have no right mind to think. Icona. That's why I said on the program before, stop accepting these fake doctorates. You don't work at it, but you want to be called Dr. So-and-so, Dr. So-and-so. Dr. So-and-so wabufi. Dr. So-and-so wakabwalala. Because basically that's what you are doing. Trying to impress the Zambians with fake stories. Nemwe Zambia mungulu na futi mu 2026 efe bakesa mizembaika at we told you the kwacha will drop to 5 kwacha to $1. 1-2 days ikabwere na pali 30 kwacha mukamero kulira futi owe ishtana ipita another 5 years boom inendaranda pano nati abalera ati at Bali until 2030 tenga te famu yako awiso ino te famu yako awishi. We all have a part in this country. We are all custodians of this country called Zambia. So Zambians, do not be fooled. Do not be fooled. You have been fooled so many times by these leaders that do not mean well. They come and give you fake promises. Kwati ni balesa. So by midnight, we want the fuel to come down. You are boasting at 19 kwacha. Let us see. Ubwaume bwenu. Ngamuli baume, do the right thing. Do the right thing. Ngamuli ba kanye ba mano. Mwema economists. Usually they are just thieves anyway. Mama Pumulo. I end for now. Tubakutola mkweshiwa abantu mwandini. Kuti waisalanda nefishilingile kulanda.
Ndemi kuti wabatuka vaisa kukaka.
Palast kuti wambo kutukana. Vaisa
kubika. Wabatukana wambo kukaka. Kuri mukashana umo bakakire almost 14 days. You know? And this is a government of rule of law. I know a lot is going on. Queen Cobra Chivalaivu, former president Chivalaivu, I think our current vice president is also live. So just share and tag people. 100 because you know page to 80,000. There are a lot of people But a lot of people too need to know what's happening, because if for this page we are giving checks and balances and we are telling the story the way it is, we are not sugarcoating anything. So we need all the Zambians to be on this page so that they can hear the truth as it is. Takuri sugarcoating, pano. We don't want to be supporting anarchy and lawlessness. Now, before I proceed, welcome the topics today. We are talking about the defections that are happening in the country. And I opened the show by saying that for me, my spirit, I am just demoralized, especially the defection of Ellington has really hit me. It's a blow to me. And I wish Ellington came to me in a private and told me, I know that Ellington, I used to call him my son, and we hosted many shows together, speaking for the poor and the masses and the underprivileged. Yes, Ellington, I worked a lot with him. So for me to just see him in UPND regardless is actually, it's a blow to me. And I wish he had the courage to tell me in my inbox, Ellington and me, we talk on a personal level. So I think this is one of the things we should learn as a human beings. Like, if you build a relationship with people, try to maintain relationships, because politics is not the end of the world. You build relationships with people, and people trust you. And if you make such a danger decision, which, for example, my friendship with Ellington was based on politics. So if he decided to change his mind, the least you can do is contact him. Send me a message to say, well, Mama, I am going to the new camp. Now, these are leaders. These are future leaders. Ellington wants to be a mayor. He ran for mayor of Ndola. He is a leader among the youths in his community. And as a leader, you have to build trust. People have to trust you. So, this is what I'm saying to say, what kind of politics do we want to practice, Mwebandu? What kind of politics? Eh? So now Ellington had a huge following from nowhere. He abandons his mission and joins the same people he was attacking. What is that? It's just so disappointing and demoralizing. I saw him there, wherever he was, and everyone was sad. Like the youths in the background, they had sad, long faces. There was no one happy there. Even Ellington himself didn't look happy. But look at that picture. When I saw that picture, I saw regalia, but then I took a moment to look at those faces, and everybody had a long face. You can say they were sad. Even Ellington himself, I know Ellington when he's happy and there's a bright face, but we are here to say, by youth is stand strong. This is my message now, finally, on these defections. Before we continue to other topics, I just want to say, by youth, you need to stand strong, and all Zambians, because right now Zambia is going through a storm. And when a storm comes, all the weak will be swept away. So, fiancé, so, fiala piangiwa, this is actually UP ending, and whatever they are doing, they are cleaning Zambia of all. If it's so, I'm not insulting anyone, but I'm just saying, when a storm comes, it cleans away. Only the strong will remain standing. So Mozambia, right now is only people who believe in pure democracy and also believe in helping the poor. If you are fake, and if you are there for Kalufumoko, bewalaya, because Mozambia na ikosa. mu Zambia naikosa so bonse abali muma politics ukutuli mlandu wa mafumo yabo, they are not ready to starve with the Zambians. They'll be swept away. Anyone who's not ready to stand with the Zambians will go. So it is it's a good thing, because only the strong will remain standing. They will be falling, believe me. But if people like Father Wadia can fall, if people like Ellington can fall, what about the regular Zambians? But the tactic they use is they bribe these big people so that the followers follow them where they go. So now we are talking to Zambia. Zambia, if you are following Ellington after defect, you don't have to go to with Ellington. Because if you're Ellington, if you ngawaleko nkachirufya tayari. You don't have to go where chirufya tayari is, because chirufya tayari ama benefits bamamupere nga imwe nabamiperako. So
obviously.
No, because like for example, if we look at Chirufya Tayari, where is he now? All his followers, where are they? Are they going to follow Chirufya Tayari?
Mawapumulo, it's really, really sad because, as freedom fighters, veterans, we need to protect the people. We don't need to bow down to ceremonial welcomes that have no meaning because your stomach has been lined and you are being used to silence those that call attention to injustice. We need to work together and not allow or ignore imperfections. But you find the youth, who we looked up to, you are now joining politics of the belly. Politics of the belly. You are not strong enough. You just want money to be given to you without working for it. My dear, but anyway, all said and done, it's the Zambian people that are going to decide. You can buy as many people as you want to buy, but the day of reckoning is coming. The day for change will come. The day the Zambians will celebrate is coming. But then if you want some politicians, those same politicians that you are buying cannot equate to the people that are currently going through hardships in Zambia. They can never, no matter how many politicians you buy. Because but ethics at the day you understand leadership. Leadership is either good or bad. But when you notice that leadership is not serving the purpose that the Zambians voted for, but you yourself, you are corrupt because you have been bought. That is corruption. So all this time when you were talking, what was going through in your head? What were you talking? For clout?
Alefa, to get their attention.
Yeah. To get the attention, to be recognized.
Yes.
You see?
So that vamupere sweet. No mana vamupera sweet yalesheta.
Yes.
Now he's clapping for them.
To be recognized.
Yeah.
Maybe all these people that have been coming on the program nowadays with their contributions, they think probably you and I have money to dish around, you know. It's called laziness. You just want things to be dished out. Echo bami tukira kuri bali. Ala mieva ati all he can do is dangle a carrot. If you are mieva bali, I'll dangle a carrot at you and you will come. In a panondi, that can never happen. Never. Nangu valishile na 10 million hapa. Naikana sana. I am not ready to lose my values, my morals. For as long as the Zambian people will not eat with me, I say no to corruption. And this vice has to end. It has to end. Imweba youth, this is your time. Kanshi, we are fighting for you, the youth. We are talking for you. But imwe in your minds is just in chekeleko. Because you have no vision. If intelligent young men and women are being bought easily, then who is left to speak for the Zambian people? Nobody. We need a lady president.
To Africa, Mama, me, I'm speaking for my grandchildren. Why youth by the suspect? We have
to Africa, as Mama Maria will say, tulimuli bwana ndembulureni, epo tufikire. It's very sad if it I never one day thought I would hear Mr. Frank Bwalia go to bend his knee to UPND. I'm shocked. I'm beyond shock. Impapa Mwandin. Beyond shock. I thought Fyobalanda wa Maria abaume banshindo, but we Mwandi useless creatures. I'm yet to see men, dignified men. But I'm a freedom fighters who will not mind but to sleep in a one room with no electricity, so that their people will one day live a comfortable life. Kwena hii ni betrayal of the highest order. Because, to be honest with you, we respected you on this program. At least we expected just a small little respect that we gave you. To say, Kwena Wanamayo, this is my decision. I have decided to do ABCD. It is shocking. I have no words, to say the least. It's shocking for somebody well-spoken, well-researched,
intelligent young man.
Yeah, but I saw it coming. 4 months ago, I started watching the messages. I knew where it was going. Mwamona, umuntu ngari kwataka musango. You can never miss it. You and I are old enough to see that. You can never miss it. Umuntu ngari kwataka musango. You start seeing the way they start sending their message, to the people. Now we should uyu. Oh, okay. Now wafuasa. Ichimbusu na wafuasa kudia.
But you know what? I prepare a political career. This is what happens when they see. I want to educate you by youth. If you have a political career, which these old men, they notice, but they scan. Wamona, who is a threat? Wamona. Balalolesha. I can talk about Matomola. Matomola is my son. And Matomola, I campaigned with him, UPND through and through. And Matomola, the carrot was being dangled by PF. The carrot was being dangled by PF in Matomola's face. And he would come to me to say, Mama, what should I do? And I told him many times, if you take that carrot, you have killed your political career. So this is what you young men must realize. These people, they are giving you whatever they are giving you to kill your political career. Because in my law, Ellington Tetiemini as a mayor, he will lose. So apana mutose mbindi ale mwana kwa chena na chenjera. Ellington has killed his career. The minute you want to run even for mayor, bakesa mwebatiwo waide kuli ba PF. I mean, wali join ba UPND. When people are crying, you went to the enemy. So he's nowhere. PF will not support him, and UPND will not support him. So they have killed his career, Ellington, what he doesn't know. He has money in the bank account, he will have business opportunities, but his career as a politician to save the people. On the other hand, Matomola, he has stayed with UPND. Even when UPND when he was struggling financially, when UPND was in opposition and the carrot was dangled, he never took it. So Matomola today, he has stuck with his party, and even now, Matomola is with his party, UPND. So if Matomola wants to start something, at least people will respect him because he has a spine. Tachitama politics yabo today, more immediately the carrot is dangled in your face. What in your direction? What kind of nonsense is this? But youth is unbelievable.
Anyway, at the end of the day, his decision, his choice, and you know, only life can teach you a lesson. Over the years, as you grow, that is the time when you should take a pause and look at your life and look at the people that surround you. Are those the people you want to be with? Are those the people you want to serve under? Do they mean well for the Zambians? Is their message the truth? Or it's just about fattening their bellies? If your decision is, I want to join them because I equally want to fatten my belly, then so be it. But we are here on this program to tell the Zambian people, careful with these leaders that you go and select. Analyze them, not to kula fioluchelo mungulu gown mwana mkupera vote. No, analyze these people. I can never be bought, never. Because if I allow to be bought, that means I am equally collapsed. Yeah, I was bomb and Lusambo collapsed.
Oh my God.
No one can buy me. The only person who can buy me is God. But a fellow human being can never buy me. I stand by what I say. I see the suffering of the Zambian people. I'm not a selfish person who only thinks about my stomach, who only thinks about living in a beautiful home and driving a nice crew. That is not life. Life is about being dignified. having morals, earning respect from the people. That is what life is all about. Sympathy to your fellow neighbors and friends. Because no sooner had all these ministers been given their positions, they all just jumped at the corruption. Your corruption, APF is corrupt, APF is corrupt. Tell me what has changed. Tell me what has changed. The police are still corrupt as it is. Let me even talk about the police. UPND came and told us that I'm a roadblocks, you know, Mbadaya poor. The other day I was driving in Kamwala there. I stopped on a certain road in Kamwala, and there was a police female officer, and she just beckoned me and said, "Oh, just go." I stopped. I said, "No, why? Why do you have a roadblock here?" I thought Mr. Jack Muhimbu had cancelled all the roadblocks. And she says to me, "No, just go, just go." I said, "No, you are corrupt. They're only Friday. In Chekeleko, just finding silly faults on the Zambian people. Life is already so hard. But the police force, you are so corrupt. Yes, you are. Because you are all over. Mutuma streets of Lusaka, Copperbelt, you name it, looking to knock off with a 500 kwacha. So you wonder if law enforcers themselves are so corrupt. What is in it for us, just mere Zambians? What is in it for us? Abuse of authority. That's what it is. The police are abusing their authority. And so, I'm appealing to Mr. Jack Muimbu, do something about it. Your policemen and women are corrupt, Pama roadblock. They are stealing money from the Zambian people. Yes, they are doing it. No matter what, kopafye, ngafuafkapa roadblock wachitaka video. Fidafi nevale vikempia mufisote, it's still happening. We still have so many cadres, but now the cadres of UPND come in suits. Ama cadres of MPF, vale monekata, ififima junkie, ififima cadres. But the UPND cadres are so intimidating, extremely intimidating. Mama Pumulo, you've just told me of a woman who's been arrested. Katrina ni kukopa beo chuko. Now I'm post some sales. I don't know how long she has been in there. For what? Where is justice in Zambia? If you think you can just come and abuse the Zambians, throw them in a jail. Kateka when spent your in ngani 3 months. We've never had the end of it. New way today I spent 100 and something days in prison. I spent 100 and something days in prison. Someone who spent 1 year in prison. You can see the divided justice. They will talk about people who were killed during their campaigns, selected. But abantu Zambia balefwa every day. Kuchipowe balefwa. That in itself is criminal. Mama Pumulo. It is criminal and it has to come to an end. But when I want to reiterate, Mweba Omeba Muzambia, be men of honor. Stop being bought by little pennies. Little pennies. Because you are the very people that made Jesus to die on the cross. Because of your greed. small little pennies, your lives can be bought for you to enjoy good life just for a limited amount of time. Limited amount of time. When Muzambia, Tuachula, may God come and redeem us. Thank you, Mama Pomola.
Thank you. We see our Honorable Kalaba is watching. Thank you for joining us, sir. We are honored and humbled to have you on our broadcast. And I don't know about Calabar, if you have any influence. There's a lady, Bakakire, she's at Ndola Central Police Station. She has been held for almost 2 weeks now. She committed the crime in Lusaka, but they transported her to Ndola. Apparently, this case is against Bamatambo, and this lady has been thrown in a cell for almost 2 weeks, and she has no family there in Ndola. So, and there's no toilet facilities. Mwebantu bakwalesa Zambia after 60 years of independence. Why can't we improve our police cells to make them humane? These police stations, yes, shere n'abasungwe bashire ama police stations ayenge yabako. Muma seonga, muma detention cells, tamwaba ma facilities, tamwaba ma toilets, tamwaba mesh. Those were torture chambers, you know. Those police cells are actually torture chambers, because you cannot hold somebody in a room without a toilet facility. Umuntu onse afiro kuya ku toilet, you know. Human body, you go to the toilet for urination several times a day, defecation, some people one twice a day. Number umuntu kutekala shani mu police cell for 2 weeks in a cell without any toilet facility. Mwebantu bakwalesa. These police stations throughout the country need to be shut down and demolished, or they need to be upgraded to include the toilet facilities. We had the same problem which happened at Baiketama Egyptians, and the Egyptians, their lawyers wrote to the government and all the human rights organizations, and they were moved. Any police station in Zambia must have a toilet facility. That is torture. Ero bamatambo whatever bamilufye nyekuru yumukashana, please forgive her and go and release her. Bahaka Inde, when he was in opposition, he was said that no one will be held in a cell for more than 48 hours without being charged. But a poor woman, a mother, she is there at Ndola police station for almost 2 weeks in a cell without plumbing and no food. Mwebantu bakwalesa. Honestly. Eh? Government after government, they make promises. But in some government, they do the opposite. Wafya sana mama. But you know, I don't even know what to say. We are here to express our disgusting behavior of these defections, bending the knee. Zambia is going nowhere. You know, if you're a politician, you are there to save your people. You don't come to a political scene and to start talking about democracy, save the people, only to get the attention of the rulers that be to give you a contract and then you keep quiet. What is that? It is a shame on you. Because all Zambians need to eat. Zambia need basic food. They need all the basic fundamental things. Food, water, shelter, clothing, and everything. I was watching Walungu. He had a Facebook Live, and he said a lot of very important things that, you know, we are not going to allow Zambia, we are not going to allow anarchy in Zambia. That was his word. He said, now there is anarchy in Zambia. You can't go panganda ya mwine ati umukashi wabeta ule musunga bwino namu pianabo mukashi wandi. That is anarchy. And we have all these government ministers saying they're sponsoring confusion in PF. How can a government be involved in sponsoring anarchy in a country? Just know that they have lost it. And that they are a criminal government. Immediately the government is starting to involve itself in sponsoring anarchy in the country, that government is a criminal government and should be prosecuted to the full extent of the law. And I thank you, by Edgar Chagwa Lungu, sir, for coming back and holding hands with the Zambia to ensure that we maintain this democracy, which they want to flush down the drain by taking full control of all the key state institutions. They are under capture. By controlling the police. Why is the police budget so high? Always recruiting is the police officers and always buying police vehicles. Why can't they buy ambulances? Why can't they buy medications? Why can't they revamp the hospitals? Kitwe Central Hospital, among many other hospitals, they are in deplorable conditions. But they have money to give a youth to be quiet. They are paying people to be traitors. And we condemn this. As women, as mothers, we condemn, God forbid, for our sons to be bought, to become traitors to their own people. If you are a traitor and betraying your own community, the day of reckoning is coming. Some people today, they have been bought, they have become traitors. They are eating well, you know, and they have no shame. In a Panopondi, I am in a place where I can eat whatever I want to eat, any place I want to eat. But these people who are paid, they go Gavaria, there's a pizza poster. How do you sleep at night? Ngayashita fe pizza omuntu ni traitor, I mean na chi pizza area. Over Zambians money. Mule itebeta kubomfye mpiasha mazambian. You traitors, you have no shame. Some of them, they are sponsored on trips. Kula kuma South Africa, ama Zambia na bene mampia balechula. But imwe mule pozinga ne mpia shama Zambian. Mwashita chipiza, ina ngumposte. If I want, I can post all the pictures about my lavish lifestyle because it's my money, I've earned it. But you are using government fund to finance your lavish lifestyles at the expense of Zambians, and you have no shame. Washita chipiza wachibika. Washita shawama wachibika. You know, that is Zambians money. Ama Zambians, but let's not twice a day. Zambian, they are counting in, and now Zambians have been reduced to eating, I don't know, in a week. They are not counting meals per day. They are counting when is the last time they ate a full meal in a week. So we are here to say, you traitors, stay in your lane. Don't come on the internet and start parading after you have been paid. After you bend the knee. Why is up internet? Mukulanga ba youth banobe. So you want your other youth to follow suit and bend the knee and become a traitor like you? You know what? Now respect is staying in your lane. Ingawaya, if you become a traitor, the least you can do is not to come out in the open and parade that you are a traitor. Valeria ikuta. Our vipa that they are not in crisis mode. Valeria ikuta. I know she was addressing the nation. Ubunga 400. I saw a poster somewhere where it says somebody's buying Ubunga below 500 kwacha. Isn't that a crisis? But VP, she has no shame na nobody. But na Lumango, you have no shame. And all you traitors, and I will mention Ellington because he's the latest victim. Now regalia. If you are a traitor, kabie ni mukta bende ni in private. Those days are gone. Ingamlei sampusha bende ni in public so that abantu bamikonke. Mule puisha fienshita abantu bale ni mwenamu. Unless abantu bonse mule baforesha kwefe bale ni pera. Then kuchiba mikonka. I was watching Kondwani the other day, he was talking about some social drama among some celebrities in Lusaka. It's like we Zambian need to have a moral caliber, morality yalipwa muzambia yalipwa morality yalipwa Kondwani uli alilanda vamamachika moneka has a video which has gone viral talking about morality aba umebanshindo muzambia, what is happening, what's going on? Can you be a traitor and be proud to come and wear chirigalia? The next day now for chirigalia chavo, and you are claiming to be respected. I'm sorry, we are not going to respect a traitor. If you are a traitor, you are a traitor. I think napera mama.
Yeah, mama. To feel if you are under one day, I'm just in so much shock. This government is really operating like an under 5 government. Starting to amend penal codes, saying delivery of cattle for a purpose of trade at night is an offense, except for pigs. A first offender gets 6 months plus community service. Second gets 5 years in prison. Instead of addressing real issues of mining scandals, Mukula, Sujilite, secret MOUs, but you are there to arrest citizens with no bond. That woman who go in the cells, yet you preached the rule of law. You are now buying the youth instead of empowering them. Imisepela, ishireko.
I'm a cooperative mama yalishima. Where are the cooperative
youth? Naimwe ba youth kwena insoni yebuntu. Because even the youth that you are buying now are very intelligent youth. They are able to see what is happening in this country. They are able to see the obstruction of justice that's going on. Leaders, former leaders who we think can talk for this nation. Nabo bene bayisayingira mu muli butulyemo. Kwena. Ha! Yomukwaya. They say politics is dirty. No. Politics isn't dirty. Unless you make it dirty. That's when it becomes dirty. It's human beings that make politics dirty. Because politics with good leaders, with morals, values, ethics, would not make politics dirty. So that saying that politics is dirty is not the truth. It's about men and women that cannot stand up for their country. They will stand up for their bellies. And so now we don't even know who to trust. You can be in a group, in a political group, and not knowing what your friend is doing. I'm shocked. Father Wadia, mwamkuli amalushi yenu. Hey, because your evidence is immense. We watched you when you campaigned with Basata. May so rest in peace. After all was said and done about Mr. HH, you've gone back to the very person you uttered so many words that is a liar. He will never make a good leader. What has changed? Uwakale mataleka. Taleka. All they do is pretend. They say politics about numbers, yes. But those numbers should make up of genuine men and women who will always watch your back. I shudder to think these presidents who have their members that glorify and worship them, do they really go to bed and trust them and say, I have someone watching my back? The answer is no. Because honestly, Limbina Satana Awamako, because he actually shows you his actions. Bachapa tufikile mwe bantu. Moles? You have moles in a political party? No. It is even better, Walaya. You go and sit with your leader and say, Ine, defu mamuno. Say, for example, if me and Mama Pumulo decide to form a political party. The way I value myself, if you are somebody credible, I would walk up to you, Mama Pumulo, and say, I am leaving your party because of ABCD. Those are the values we are looking for. Someone who can take a bullet for you. But apatufikile mwandini, mwema politicians mu Zambia, be very careful who to trust. Be extremely careful who to trust and what to say. Because the very people that you trust are the ones that are going to let you down. I never thought Mr. HH would stoop so low to start stealing members. I never in a million years thought that he would stoop so low. Because he gave us that he's an upright man. He's a man of good values. That's the message he preached to all the Zambian people. The same things you were castigating your fellow politicians is exactly what you are equally doing. So where is the difference? Where is the difference? You political party presidents, choose your members wisely. Wisely. Because naamba kumitini nako. Honestly to God, I'm scared for you. And then I ask myself, do you go into politics to serve the people or to serve your stomach? Let us start being honest. utumisango twanchekereko should come to an end. Suffer with the people. Suffer with the people. That's what true leaders do. They don't buy other politicians from all over. Now, supporters, this business of hopping up and down from this political party to that political party to that, if you are not happy with what your leader is doing in that political party, that's why there is a word called dialogue. Dialogue with your leaders. But now you are making your leaders not to trust you. Because Zambia has become so dangerous. Members now are recording their own leaders. Ichitisere echakwambukula chita record abantu nga uleranda nakateka wambukula muchita record. Kwena tuleya kuisa. Where is our allegiance? Where is our allegiance? Mama Pomulo, let us continue to fight for a better Zambia. Whoever is going to triumph to become the president of this nation, consider making your cabinet at least 60 or 70% female. You have their allegiance. I'm telling you, you have their allegiance. I'm not trying to be biased, but you've become a letdown. No winner. So we need to save Zambia. Bantu nabo twalechetekera kwati Zambia shall be saved nawo bali amukale.
Bali bending ani.
Even they have bent their knees. So bale isa pama pulpits bale mibepe ikafyo ufi. Efili analela ndati bamisansa na duma isura akanwa bakusansa na duma ati you get better. Na imwe bene mungulu mwaya mkumfuira. I wonder how our brains operate. But Mwewena Zambia, we want genuine politicians in this country. The people of Zambia had a lot of hope in Mr. HH, aka Bali. But just look at what has been happening in Zambia. It is sad. Mama Pumulo, today I'm very shocked with what has happened. I'm short of words, to be honest with you. I am short of words. But whatever it is, well, you hope from one political party to another. I do hope that one day you will find satisfaction. Because palast wonse baka kuishiba. Ati niulia, hao mkwai, adi mu NDC, adi mu MMD. I don't know if my politicians, if you got there, if you are saving my parties, you say. Mu MMD emofiadi, mu PF emofiadi, mu UPND emofiri, fish mufwaya mwe bantu. One thing, akarilo. It is never enough. It is never enough. And don't come here and cheat the Zambian people that know why you hop from one party to another is because you want to serve the Zambians. No, it's a lie. It's a lie. And those politicians that have been jumping from one party to another and been given ministerial positions, you know yourselves. It's time to check yourselves. I don't want to mention your names, but you know yourselves. Some have even abandoned their political parties. in the name of Wakadiro. What a shame. Shame. And Sunday wayafukaminalesa. At God
Monday
hear
to
my prayer.
Friday. Meanwhile, Monday to Saturday, balefukamina omuntu.
Balefukamina omuntu. Bale bepa abena Zambia.
Ero pasande bamukufukama ku church. You are a hypocrite.
Imagine.
You are a hypocrite.
Hypocrites.
Yes. Mulefukamina omuntu patufumo twenu amafumo yenu yalikula kwati mwakwata amafumo ya triplets. Kukulya. Pomwambira okulya. You even neglect your health because of muledi afye. I don't want to insult anyone, but enough is enough. We are tired of being betrayed by so-called politicians who have no interest in serving their people. It is very clear that these interests who have been in politics since 1920 Kondo, they cannot even grade the roads in their villages. Twise kulia chinangulia bahaka in the community house. If he's a millionaire, why didn't he tar the road to the community house before?
Imagine.
Because if Bahaka Inde had tarred his road to community house, it would have helped even the people who live in his community.
No, Mama Pumulo, he's going to tell you that all the PF did the same. They tarred Guy Scott's
they have money. Bahaka
road.
Inde says he's rich. So why can't you tar? These people who have been in MPs forever, they receive CDF, they have got funding. For 30 years, umuntu aba mu parliament, alifirwa kuchitata nangu kutafe grade umusebo kuyapa mushipami yakwe. No, but how can that person save Zambians? When they cannot save in their own backyard, they can't do anything. We are disappointed. It's so disappointing.
When they are in opposition, they will talk about the abuse of the constitution.
When they are eating, when their bank account dries up, they join the ruling
when they ascend to leadership position, they now use their powers to take unfair advantage of the nation.
Exactly.
Mixing civil servants with politicians who now come in as corporate cadres. Disrespecting separation of powers.
Ngabalelanda nishema bama bank account ya bona yesula. Bank account ya bonga baba chini kafe baba fianta, they go and bend the knee. What kind of politics is this mwebantu bakwales? Baaka in the mwalilandi that clean politics, said democracy. Mulefianta abantu. We know that some of these people they are joining you because you have squeezed them politically and economically. Whatever their source of money they were making, nashikama, because you want them to. You are forcing these people to join you. I don't think some of these people are joining willingly. It's in the circumstances. You know? Ama circumstances despite that circumstances, be men and stand your ground. Take the bullets. I'm a freedom fighters. They slept in the bushes to fight for Zambian independence. Nomba iwe na ukwata motoka, na ukwata fiance, bakutini kafeka business ko ya pope no ya mkufu kama. Honestly, echo mama balandi atu aba umebanshindo muzambia
Tamuava.
Because you have everything. Na mana chakuchuwa yashisha you can survive. But baku ikatira feka business kobe, business which is you are already living a luxurious life. But feka business kobe, instead of standing with the people, although you do what it takes to survive. You fukama pantu baku business kobe. What a shame. And in closing, I just want to talk about, there's a viral video, Umusungu Alelanda chiku Africa. I think for my imperialist to wear
because n'abafiirwa okuyiteeka abene uwaisa chine pano mwanangu wa HHF bambiri okulalanda ineza gender democracy. He's doing the same thing by PF barechita. Economic tricks and everything, political tricks. Now he's even started squeezing people. By kamba kwikata kuma livelihood yabantu. That's why these people are bending the knee. No bana mwanangu baikata kuli livelihood yenu. You are supposed to queen minina. So be it. Baikata kuli business yobe. Don't be a coward because bakwikatira business yobe. I'm a freedom fighters. We start with my business. Badala mumpanga. But bali sacrifice. So we need strong men to sacrifice. Our baba father Bwadia is a shame. Abena Ellington, but never Abena Sampawon Sevalia, they are bending the knee. How the people are suffering because Zambia as a colonial country, we were better off as economy. Ama roads they were serviced grade and we had gravel. We had a better living standard under the colonial masters than what we have under our own. So Zambia pakanshinga mufirwa mwebaume. You have two options. Either mupele abasungu bakwate itubete nangu an extension of America. Kabiri mwali pele chala kuri America. America ere tungurula. Nangu banamayo mupele banamayo. The option here is for women need to rule this country for 60 years and see what we'll do. Because imamwera ngabami chini kafepa no mwambo kuladira. And I want to say that my mom, if you're I'll give a personal story. But I talk with twice. My mom again, if in a Tuleland, if I'm a cool dita, umwana kashaf minyoko, I sapoka ba mayo chupo. So my mom was a single woman and she was a teacher, and we went with her and we were struggling. But my mom tabaida mkuchitobu uri achindisha wana andi no. My mom tualedia mulembe ma flowers vanamandi gamuya mujere bona mutezi tulalia tulakutata tukokuwa mwamona bana bangu gamuya mujere na nangu chibwabwa nangu nunkalembula tubusu tulijisibusu tatu wako kutitolia mutezi olona kutitolia chibwabwa So this is the attitude we need in Zambia. You politicians who are there speaking mouthpieces, stand your ground. Even if you get squeezed, right now where I'm speaking, my mom, she died like a queen because we took care of her. My mom was not desperate to start prostitution to bring chicken on the table to feed us. No. Tuale yomulembwe ma flowers, muma garden, tuaya lomba, tuale kalapa flat. Kalombe ni pali ba chito msalu batupela. Kasweni chiwabwa mu garden tualia. You know how it is. So my mom did not sow her soul to the devil because she was suddenly divorced and had 6 kids to feed on her own. My mom did not sow her body or sell her soul to the devil. So when we talk here, we have been there. We have been in these situations where you have nothing and the devil is knocking at your door to sell your soul. Are you going to sell your soul to the devil to eat today so that you die, you have a premature death because you made a pact with the devil? This is what I'm telling Zambians. Zambians, we are going through a tough time. Tighten your belt, but do not sell your soul to the devil.
Yeah.
Even me as a young girl, I wanted things which my mother could not buy me. But I had men. My sugar daddy, I can marry you and give you everything. I was young girl, I was beautiful, but I'm not going to sell my soul to the devil. And what has happened to young girls, so people my age, they are all gone. But because
bali poka marwere bafwa.
Yeah.
Zambia, do not sell your soul to the devil. This is the message. Zambia chen tuswe mirembwe nga mirembwe katulie nga nikatapa katulie katapa tatuafwe. But let's have a vision of where we want to be. Let us live long to deliver the Zambia. Mwirima. I end here, Mama.
It is true, Mama. I agree with you. Zambians, let us tighten our belts. This is just but a phase. It will soon come to pass. Unfortunately, others will die and others will get to see 2026. No one's life is guaranteed. That in Kabuka Mailo. Apatudi, any one of us can die. Anybody. Even Gateka Wenu. You've seen how many presidents Zambia has lost. And so Zambians, this is the time to wake up and vote for your leaders wisely. Wisely. Let these leaders come and not come and dangle a carrot at you and offer you fake promises. I said last time on the program, you PND, you lied a lot. Starting from Kateka Wenu, Adi Bepa Bena Zambia. Mukamona 14 hours the dollar will drop. Mukamona emitengo ya bunga. Huh? Hero abena Zambia bale tukwafi. Kateka Wenu wekere fyali ndui zi taleranda. What do you say to that? Surely if I am the boss and serving society and my society is being insulted by two clowns, don't you think I'll put a stop to it? But if you see that I am not putting a stop to it, that means I'm entertaining it. I am entertaining it. Yes. Atikabatuke na kabiri. After all, mu 2026 in case abazemba ikafya na carrot na futi. Bakamvotere. Era tukambela futi kuba tukabena Zambia. Abena Zambia salapukeni. Open your eyes. The time is now. You have gone through it. Bami bepa, pafula. Don't allow yourselves to be cheated anymore. It's enough for you to boot them out. Boot them out. Because a leader who cares for his people will never allow the very people that go in a ballot box and put him on that position to be insulted. Mwalese kabalungu. Ati ubomba muibala, adia muibala. You even twisted the meaning. You twisted the meaning completely. Because if you know the true meaning coming from Northern Province of ubomba muibala, adia muibala, if you knew the true meaning, you would never have twisted that. But as usual, your Kateka made you change the meaning. That's why Kateka doesn't see anything wrong with you being insulted. Mukala tukwafe byonse, mwabuka bami tukamurenya murera pila. Lunchtime mudire, muise pasho social media murenya murera pila. Chungulo mwayala ale nsala murenya murera pila. Aleni. Ifo twisa kofye mkumi chenkula kofye. a man that does not respect people, even in their death, only respects someone when there is an advantage to talk about 3-4 people's deaths year in, year out. Kwati abafwa bambi shali nimbwa bayuth abafuire ku mayini kulya ku migoti. Were those not human beings? They were equally human beings. But tuchitafe twabuuka bwacha bwaila Nikungo, Mapenzi, Lawrence Chiburu, Kampanda. The same names. It has become rhetoric. Because those lives do not matter. That's when you know. So Zambians, wake up. Sarapukeni. This time, hakuna kulala. Vote wisely. Wisely. Identify a leader who does not hop from political party to political party. And you leaders who have done that, hey, I'm short of mentioning your names. What a shame. You abandon your political party because you want free fuel, free food, free trips, recognition that I've been a minister in 4-5 governments. Selfishness. Those are selfish leaders. And those leaders, we need to do away with them. We say a bash to such type of leaders. Mama Pumulo, I thank you.
We are here, we'll be talking Zambia, we are in problems, these defections. Christabel, good to see you. Kaleba Christabel, Doreen Mulishan. Oswald Mulishan. Yeah, so if we don't change our tune, Mwandini, me, personal story, I can testify. I've been in situations where I had nothing, but I did not compromise my integrity. I did not bend the knee to anyone because of pressure. As a young girl, and I'll be continue saying this, as a young girl, when my parents were going through divorce, as a young woman in college, even as a married young, after I got married and I got divorced, I did not bend the knee to say I will compromise myself so that I can have this and that. These are the principles we need to teach our youths. By youth, don't compromise yourself. Don't bend a knee today to eat tomorrow and cut your life short because you made a deal with the devil. And I want to, in closing, I just want to say, look at all the presidents that have ruled Zambia. Who is the president that lived longest and why? Ask yourself, how many presidents have we had in Zambia and who outlived all of them after they left office? Why? Because Wakaunda refused to bend the knee. Even when Zambians didn't want him, he didn't use crooked methods of paying people to stay in office. No. He called for any elections and he left government gracefully. And Wakaunda Walikota, he enjoyed all the life that God can give a person. He had a long life. He enjoyed his life. He enjoyed his grandchildren. He lived long. So, what are you doing it for? Because in Gamwafwa, then what all this is? What is this? Why did you do everything that you did? To gain money and die and leave the money in a bank account?
Ask yourselves, if you are not going to die, some of you will be in hiding. Mukabutuka muchalo ndemye bakesiya wanu alilanda. I am a politics. Tema politics. I am 19 pendef kondo. I just wrote I'm reading something which somebody wrote here to say they were watching something on some news station in France where they were saying that Zambia is one of the 28 countries in a debt trap. So no, but what kind of people you are, you know? So ask yourselves, is it going to be worth it after it's all said and done? Your children, your families will be living in exile. Namwebeni. Bambi already bali yakale in exile. Panotulelanda. Ama families ya boyadia. Self-exile. Tapai no abatamfia. There are no charges against them. Bali yakale abeni beka. Bali kuka. So, Zambians, even these people, they are desperate. Kulisho tumafumo tuawo. Stand strong and let us, you know, stand this storm and deliver Zambia. Zambia will only be delivered by people who will not compromise their integrity, who will eat umulembwe, whatever they scrape around until things get better. Yes, we need principled people. Principles. Kuikala fiati mkwani shafu. Kamofebese vanda same foot. So I end here, Mama. Otherwise, I'm done. Thank you for joining. Hopefully tomorrow we can have more. We'll be here live again. I know today was a lot. I mean, very live. No, but I think people have got a message that who has a Facebook. I was happy by ECO came on Facebook. Banalumango Navena, I'm going to watch it, whatever age Banalumango said, we are going to watch and we are going to comment tomorrow. All right. Thank you.
Thank you very much, ladies. Honorable Kalaba, we salute you. We are happy that you are here listening to us, ladies. Kindly keep encouraging us to give these checks and balances and hoping that one day Zambia shall be liberated from the poverty that is currently happening.
Yes.
Thank you and good night.
Thank you. Good night. Bye.